Hello and welcome to Locator Gaming. Today I'm going to play something that I've been waiting for quite a while to play because I ordered it off the Kickstarter quite a while ago for the expansion. And I'm not playing with any expansion material today though, but this is going to be Cloudspire. I'm just going to be doing the tutorial scenario that comes in the solo scenario book. I believe it's called Learning the Vines. Yes, Learning the Vines. So I've got most of it set up. I have not played this game before. I did go through the rule book and there was like a little bit of, like set up and walk through this in the main rule book for the two-player version of the game. But this is going to be me learning the vines. Yeah, learning the actual solo mode for this game. I've had a great time playing a couple of other chip theory games, Too Many Bones. I actually did like Hoplomachus as well. There's some of that on the channel, some of the earlier videos on the channel. I'm still really enjoying Too Many Bones, but I wanted to get into Cloudspire. So I've got it mostly set up. The islands are set up. I have it turned so it will fit better on camera. I mean, they show it to be this way, but I have it turned this direction. So my fortress will be over here. The Grove Tender's over here. My hero Osh starts up here, and we can take a peek at him real quick. Oh, is this even on? Yes, it is. 3 health, 1 attack, 2 movement, and he can walk on forests, which means that not only can he walk on forests, but he can also walk on plains and paths. So not the most versatile, but better than just paths. So he's the hero that I get. If he dies, I lose this scenario. All right, so got Osh with 3 health. We've got a, this is normally a random minion that gets put out with the swamp landmark chips, but this is a thorax. He's got toxic secretion and 5 health. So toxic secretion means that if you step into a hex around him, you lose a health. The Grove Tenders have 2 spires out here, and all they have is just the defensive upgrades on them. So no attack here from them. It's a little bit different than their setup, but the scenario says to set them up this way. And the Retall Spire here has 2 range on the bottom and then an attack on the top. Now, to finish the setup, we're supposed to get some random swamp chips by the bases. Let's just do that one and that one. And now we got to mix these swamp ones in with the rest of these other landmark tiles. I'm just going to mix them up again, and I'm going to try to draw 2 out of here randomly because we got to put 1. Let's just take these 2. 1 there and 1 there. And I already drew the market. We've got Convict Blade Wall and the Stave of Envasi. I'm not sure how you say that. I haven't really paid too much attention to those that came out because I'm going to start the scenario with no source, and I'm not going to be able to buy them, any of those, because they're going to get wiped. I've got the rest of the market up here that you can only just see the bottom of the stack. I mean, I guess we could put it there so you can see it. And the Earthscapes, I can bring the Earthscapes down over here. Okay, follow the rest of the setup instructions. So my objectives, I have to use an architect, which is one of my units, to build a spire here. Not just any old spire, it has to be a dispatch platform. The dispatch platform costs me 4 source. A different objective could be to defeat both of these shrubbery spires. And the third objective is to have 5 or more Fortress Gate health at the end of wave 3, and I lose if Osh is defeated, and you always lose if your gate is defeated. Is my understanding. No special AI rules. The Brahmin go for the Grove Tender gate. The Grove Tenders go for my gate. The Grove Tenders are going to have a hero, Daiwin, and his mark is going to be the closest opposing hero first, and then the gate. We don't have an event the first round, so I'm not going to worry about that. And I think we just get into the walkthrough. So there are some rules that I've read once before. And then we get into the phases. So we've got event phase is nothing in wave 1. Then the income phase. So like I said earlier, according to this chart, we get 0 source for our income phase. And the income phase doesn't affect the AI when you're playing solo. Then the market phase occurs. AI only makes purchases if the chart says it will. And the chart says that the Grove Tenders are going to purchase an Earthscape, but do not place it. So that means I don't get to buy one because only one Earthscape can get bought every wave. So they will buy that. And that one is gone. I have no source, so I can't make any purchases. Then the build phase occurs. So the wave and phase details tell you that the Grove Tenders construct a Cloudspire with an attack and range upgrade in that order on an available fortress Sourcewell. So we'll just learn like we should. Grove Tenders construct a Cloudspire. And is this a misprint? I remember there being some discussion of a misprint, and I think you're supposed to go by this, not what's here, because in the chart it says armor and attack, and in the outline it says range and attack. So they're going to get Retall with range on the bottom and then attack on one of their fortress gate Sourcewells. Then it says I get to choose because both are available. I still have no source, so I have to pass on the build phase. The Grove Tenders have nothing else they're instructed to do, so the phase ends. Then we get to the prep phase. So the Grove Tenders have my gate as the mark. All right, and then that chart told us to put Daiwin with 2 health on the bottom, and then a Treed, a Ram Tough Treed, and Ram and Tough. What do Ram and Tough do in solo mode? Tough, if retaliation damage dealt to this unit exceeds 2, reduce it to 2. So retaliation damage can only do 2. And Ram says when this unit attacks a spire with an attack upgrade, instead of dealing damage, it removes the topmost attack upgrade from the spire. If there are no attack upgrades, does it still do no damage? Would be my question with the way that's worded. Taproot with 3 health. Taproot with 3. All right, so then I get to use my 5 command points to select a Battleborn and a Dispatch. And they both have the same movement, so I can stack them however I want, but they say to put the Dispatch on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And the Battleborn also with 3 on top. And we've already got Osh out there. Then we get to the onslaught phase. Start of the turn. Check if campfire mode triggers. No, because there's still people out there. Does the chart say the Grove Tenders go first? I'm assuming. I just need to learn how these charts work out. I guess right there, wave 1 Grove Tenders means who goes first. Grove Tenders have no start of the turn talents, do not use limited build options, so they proceed straight to the movement portion of the turn. Going forward, we'll skip over the start of the turn for both factions unless there's something happening in it. Movement. AI minions have to move their full movement staff while making as much progress towards their mark as possible. So the Taproot goes first. And it has 2 movement. Oh, wait. It doesn't have any special... is this tree? The tree was supposed to be promoted. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember looking at this earlier and thinking that this guy, one of these guys was going to get the cut across right here. So I knew something was wrong with how I set that up. The tree was supposed to be promoted. The Taproot goes that way too, because he can only go on paths, so he's going to have a long trip to get there. Yeah, the promoted tree has the forest terrain allowance, allowing it to move over plains hexes outside the fortress. And it has a movement of 3. And it wants to make as much progress as possible towards my gate. Now it entered the toxic secretion, so it loses 1, right? Yes. Okay, and then it says Daiwin is next to move with a movement of 2. And my hero is her mark. 1, 2. Spire's fire. The Spire is not within range of me. Or no, it's their turn. My Spires would be firing. I have no Spires. Exploration. AI units do not explore, even though they could explore these 2 landmarks if they were a human player. AI minions must attack if they have a valid target. An AI minion with multiple targets will select its target in the following order. So opposing Fortress Gate, opposing Hero, it can defeat. Opposing Spire, it can defeat. Faction minions, it can defeat. Landmark minion, it can defeat. Then it just goes same order into damaging. In the event of a tie, you choose. Since it is their only option, both the Treed and Daiwin attack the Thorax. Or Thorax. So Daiwin has a range of 2, attack of 1. So that's 1, range of 2, 1 damage. The Treed has an attack of 2, so it does 2 damage. The Thorax does not have an attack stat, so it does not retaliate. That's what I believe it's going to tell us. Thorax does not have an attack stat to retaliate, yes. And I believe that is the end of the Grove Tender's turn. So now it goes to my turn. Nothing to do in start of turn. Now we go to movement. And they're going to have the minions go first. Move the Battleborn forward 2 hexes. No special walking abilities with that guy. On different kinds of terrain, all path. And the Dispatch has a movement of 2, but I think he can only go 1. I could move Osh, but Osh is going to stay according to the tutorial where he is. If he comes out anywhere, he's going to take damage from the Thorax toxic secretion. I am not in the range of any Spires that have attack. And even though I'm adjacent to these landmarks, it's saying we're not going to be exploring them for now. And we're not adjacent to anything to attack, so it goes back to the Grove Tenders. You could choose to move Daiwen either before or after the Grove Tender minions. You decide to move the minions first. There are 2 possible hexes the tree can move to, both of which are 3 hexes from its mark. So, this is the mark. If the tree can move 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, how are there 2 hexes? 1, oh, here and here probably? It must be here and here. You choose the route that causes the tree to take 2 damage from the toxic secretion. Yeah, it's these 2. Could go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Yes. So you'll go 1, 2, and then he'll take 2 damage from moving through 2 hexes next to the thorax. And then the taproot just has to move along the path. Daiwen moves 1 hex towards Osh, not needing to move any closer since she has 2 range. It's 1 damage from the thorax. What are the AI rules for the hero on movement? Were they over here? AI heroes move towards their marks just as AI minions do. However, an AI hero is not forced to use all of its full movement, as long as it makes the maximum amount of progress possible towards its mark. AI heroes with the numbered range talent will only move as close to their mark as they need to in order to make an attack. Okay, and since Daiwen has a range of 2, but they still want to get as close as possible. Otherwise, maximum amount of progress towards their mark. Okay. So Daiwen took 1 damage. Then we get to attack. You choose to have Daiwen attack first, dealing 1 damage to Osh because it's in range 2. And Daiwen would choose to attack my hero before a landmark minion according to the chart, because it could not defeat the landmark minion. The treat is in a position to attack either the Battleborn or the Thorax. But if you look at the list, the treat has an attack of 2, and the Thorax only has 2 health left. And since this is a landmark minion that the treat can defeat, the treat will defeat the Thorax. AI factions do not get source rewards for defeating units or spires. And that's all the attacking, because the taproot is not near anyone to do anything. Bronin, both of your minions are blocked by the treed and are unable to move. But now that this thing is gone, I can move Osh to there. Not within range of any of their spires. That shouldn't be out there. Now attack. Both of your minions can attack the treed. My dispatch has a range of 2. I screwed something up because the treed should have more health than that. I think I only put 4 health on the treed instead of 5. So the tutorial is saying to have the dispatch attack first. It's at range 2 because then it will not retaliate because it does not have range. Then the Battleborn attacks and takes its last health. And you defeat it and you gain 2 source. Since that thing's way up there out of the way, I'll mark it easier for you guys to see. Osh then attacks Daiwin, defeating her and gaining another 2 source. Okay, so we've got Osh, who's got 1 attack. Daiwin only has 1 health. So Daiwin is gone. Daiwin had Pacify. Yeah, whatever. Daiwin's gone. And no, I had Daiwin on the wrong side too. Is Daiwin worth nothing when on the promoted side? Hmm. 2 more source. Since Osh is a hero, you can level him up when he makes a defeat. You give him an attack upgrade. Okay, Grove Tenders. Taproot is the only thing left, so movement, it goes around like that. I have no spires to fire, and the Taproot has nothing to attack. Now my turn. We do movement first. Battleborn and dispatch. And do they want us to move Osh? No, you do not move Osh. Out of the range of the spires. Okay, the Taproot moves 2 hexes down the path and gets right next to the Battleborn. Okay. Attack with Osh too far away because the range is 2 and Osh is at 3. The Taproot can attack either the Battleborn or the Dispatch because it has a range of 2. Equal attack priority, I get to choose. I decide that the Taproot will attack the Battleborn and deal 1 damage, with the Battleborn retaliating for 1. So Taproot has an attack of 1. Retaliate takes off 1 from the Battleborn's attack stat of 1. And that is the Grove Tender turn. Okay, Bronin, you can't move the Battleborn closer to its mark thanks to the Taproot blocking the path. Lateral move is possible, because I wouldn't be getting any farther away, so a Battleborn could move there if I wanted the Dispatch to move up, I guess. But you decide to keep it put. Dispatch can't move either. You move Osh 2 hexes adjacent to the Taproot. 1, 2. Are we trying to get Osh promoted? Oh no, Osh has 2 attacks, so can defeat the Taproot. That's right, we do not want the Taproot to get down to 1 hit point, because then it would summon, I think, a Warbriar, maybe? Yes, so Osh now with 1 printed attack and 1 attack chip does 2 damage to the Taproot. Sending it away. And then he promotes. Same health. Upgrade chip goes away. Battleborn and Dispatch have nothing that they can attack. That is correct. Grove Tender, started turn. There's no opposing faction units in play. Osh goes into campfire mode and is inactive for the rest of the wave. So Osh cannot do anything. The Grove Tenders have nothing more to do this wave. Okay, Bronin, the Battleborn, and Dispatch each move 2 hexes towards the Grove Tender Fortress Gate. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now Spires can fire because it has 1 inherent range and then 2 additional from its chips. You would roll the die, but it's saying we roll a miss, so no damage to the Battleborn. It's saying we could reveal this landmark chip, but it has us not doing that. The Grove Tender Shrubbery Spire is within 2 hexes of the Dispatch. 1 attack cannot do any damage because it takes 2 to that. Oh, and actually Camouflage prevents the Dispatch from attacking it. I believe Camouflage says you have to be adjacent. Yeah. The other thing is cover. If a taproot was adjacent to the spire, the damage dealt by an attack on the taproot is reduced to 1. That seems very situational, like you'd have to be able to hide your taproot spire, shrubbery spire. Let's see. That's the end of the turn. We start the next turn. You move the Battleborn and Dispatch 2 hexes towards the fortress. 1, 2. Is that right? Well, the Battleborn had another movement option. It would have ended up on a hex within a shrubbery's range, which you want to avoid. How did it have another option? That I don't understand. How could it have gone here? I thought it had to make as much progress as possible. Let me know in the comments down below what I'm not getting from this, because it's saying that it could have gone here, but that's not as much progress as possible towards... Or is that only the AI? That's only the enemy AI? That it must only be the enemy AI. I just have to use all of their movement and make some progress. Like the 2-player game, I'm guessing that's what that means. All right, and this guy 1, 2. Spires fire, and then I would get to choose. It deals 1 damage from a phantom roll that the book says happened, dealing 1 damage. While both Grove Tender and Shrubbery Spires are within 2 hexes of the Dispatch, Camouflage still prevents the Dispatch from being able to attack them. So the Dispatch is 3 away from here, so he can't attack there. Continue to play out the rest of the wave until all your minions are defeated. As you move into wave 2 and beyond, remember that you only need to complete 1 objective to win the scenario. Okay, so let's go. We'll leave this book on this chart for the future. And it's our turn. So now we're free from the book. 1, 2. 1, 2. I will have the Retall Spire, because now it's Spire's Fire. at the dispatch. And it's a blank. Now you don't retaliate when spires fire, right? Spires fire. For each attacking spire, they must choose. It doesn't really say. I think that's only on attacking. I think it's part of an attack action. Exploration. I'm going to explore this one. Since we're next to it, we might as well. So this says Lost Caverns. Secret Passage. When this chip is revealed, place 1 health under it. You may attack this chip to remove its health. Once its health is removed, heroes may move onto this landmark as if it were a path hex. Then the hero's owner selects an unrevealed landmark on an adjacent aisle. Swap this chip and the hero with the unrevealed landmark. When a hero moves off this landmark, place 1 health under it. Not really the greatest. That could just bring Osh back over here. Right? It's an unrevealed landmark on an adjacent aisle. Yes, I don't think that's the best one. I guess I don't have to reveal it. Doesn't hurt though, right? I don't think it hurts. Okay, so now we get to attacks. Oh, this spire can only reach to here and here. Dispatch will attack the Retall Spire. What the heck, we'll just have the Battleborn take the health off of that. I think it has to, right? If I revealed it. Pretty sure it has to. Okay, it would be them, but it's me again. The Battleborn is going to be killed. So we did movement, then Spire's Fire. Oh, well, it might not be killed. This Retall here, this one is now out of range because I took a range chip off, so it only has a range of 2. But this one here, no, very dead Battleborn. Dispatch with a range of 2 next to a landmark. Kind of want some more source potentially. So let's reveal it. Oh, I think this is the promo. Cloudspire with poison. When this spire or unit makes a successful attack or retaliation that would remove health from a unit, the attack instead removes half of the unit's existing health rounded down. If this unit or spire has an attack stat of asterisk, its attacks and retaliations are always considered successful. So I believe it's a spire. No, maybe not. With a health of 5. So it would just always take half. It's not a spire, it's a thing. The attack instead removes half of the unit's existing health rounded down. think I want this thing out here to mess with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To mess with the Grove Tenders characters. I think. So that was exploration and now attack. I believe that dispatch can attack the gate for 1. And then I believe, if I remember correctly, the gates just always retaliate back for the same amount of damage, or was it just 1? This is what it's like learning a new game, especially a game. This game is very thinky. Attacking and defending. When an opposing unit deals damage to your fortress gate, reduce your gate health tracker. The fortress gate will always retaliate when attacked. Retaliation deals 1 damage, has unlimited range, and will occur even if the gate is defeated. So it was 1. I already took it. I think I did that correctly. Okay, so now that's the end of that round. Now we go to the next round. Dispatch, we go to movement. 1, 2. Spire's Fire. So this guy's got 1 attack stat and a range of 2. So let's get a Spire die. And he rolls a 1. Okay, that was Spire's Fire. No exploration. Now attack. I think with my range 2, will attack the Retall Spire. Take range off. End of the turn. Start the next turn, no movement. Now I'm out of range of the Spire because they'd only attack adjacent. So no Spire's firing, no exploration. Dispatch attacks again. And gets rid of the Retall Spire. Next round, no movement, no Spires firing, no exploration. I attack the gate to take it to 8, and then it retaliates for 1, and the dispatch is gone. Oh, Retall Spire was 2 source reward, so I'm at 6. I feel like I should have more than that. I forgot somebody. The Taproot, the Treed. I did forget somebody. I should have 8. Taproot was 2, the Treat was 2, Daiwin was 2, and the Retall Spire was 2. So I've got 8 source. All right, so that's the end of the wave. Are there any special instructions in here? It doesn't look like it. So now we can just go ahead with wave 2. Event phase, we got to roll the event die. And I'm already behind on my die counting, but I've got 8. I think I'm going to spend some. So event die is a 6. Add a defense to the bottom of all Retall Spires. Oh, bummer. income phase is 3 source, so that's going to take me to 11. Oh wait, there is one thing I forgot to do. Or do we do that now? Is it the start of the market phase? Yeah, at some point I was supposed to wipe in between phases, wipe the market, and we get 3 new things. Cloudspire. Is this a promo also? Yes, this is a promo. The Cloudspire, it says North Pole, and it has a refinery. At the end of each wave, gain 2 source. It costs 1. Don't know if that's going to be worth it for this game. Nomad. Well, I got Barry Brund, who looks pretty sweet, but Barry Brund is a hero, and I can't deploy any other heroes other than Osh. So, probably not going to buy that. But we did get Nomad. Nomad has a lot of movement and can go on forest. No other special abilities, only costs 2 source. Also an Earthscape available with a source well on it. We've got 11 source. I'm wondering if we buy... How much CP are we going to get? We're going to get 8. And I want an architect to try to build a spire. And I think I have to buy that spire now, right? And it has to be a dispatch platform. And that's going to cost me 4, so let's just do that. Takes me down to 7. So with 7 left, Architect is going to cost me 4 CP. I'll have 4 left. Maybe I'll buy 2 Battleborns. Battleborn Arena games. Since I don't have a whole lot of experience yet, I'm going to buy this Honor Pit upgrade. That will make all my Battleborn minions permanently promoted. Because I'm going to buy 2 of those guys this turn. And that costs 4, so that takes me down to 3. And just for the fun of it, I'm actually going to buy... I was trying to do this, I was planning to see if I wanted to get something in the market phase. I should have done that purchasing of that stuff during the build phase. But I do want this Nomad, so I'm going to take that Nomad. Leaves me with 1 source. So I should have done that. Then I should have gone to the build phase, done my building, and then the Grove tenders are constructing another Retall Spire, and I'm pretty sure it's the same typo. And let's put it here this time. since we got that forest walker nomad, the nomad can come this way. Actually, then the nomad can attack if it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Then we get into the prep phase. So I'm taking an architect and 2 battleborn. So the question is, do I want the architect to go out there quick? I want the battleborns to go out there quick. We will have the battleborns try to protect the architect, I guess. Actually, I changed my mind. Just in case something happens, I don't want... Nah. I think the nomad's going to go on top. The nomad will just rush out like a crazy person. I think I'm going to group the battleborns, just trying to learn the game and just see how it goes. And 1, 2, 3, 4 health. Architect on the bottom. Battleborns. Nomad. Yes. I believe that is what I'm going to go for my setup. Now, Grove Tenders. They'll have a promoted Treed on the top. Make sure we do 5 health, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a Warbriar and a Taproot grouped together. So, Warbriar, Taproot, and the Warbriar has 3. And the Treed. Oh, that's too bad. This guy is not going to be able to attack this Treed. Do you round up or down with poison? Rounded down, of course. Okay, I think that's it for setup. We did prep phase, onslaught phase, start a turn. We're out of campfire mode. So we start with movement, and since I'm first, I am going to have Osh go 1, 2. Okay, and then we get here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think the Nomad is just going to be in a battle with the Treed. Then the Battleborn, 1, 2, and the Architect, 1. Okay, Spire's Fire. Out of range, out of range. Exploration, I will peek. Oh no. This guy has engage and foreboding, which means I have to reveal it. And it has to be attacked, I think. Units able to attack this landmark must do so. And foreboding, when you explore this landmark, you must reveal it. I'm still going to reveal this one too. Bounty Hunter. It's fair fight. I don't want my architect to fight that guy. The architect as a builder, as soon as he builds, he leaves the map. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not put my Battleborn on their promoted side. I mean, I bought that for a reason. Yeah, it gets returned to its barracks. So it can do some fighting. So that was exploration. Now we attack. Osh has 2 attack, so he'll take a defense thing off of there. I'm actually going to have the architect attack first and be retaliated against for 1. Then the Battleborn attacks for 2. And does not get retaliated against because this guy's already retaliated. Okay, now over to the Grove Tenders. Movement. It's 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. And he has forest walking, so he can go on these plains. And yeah, that's a real bummer. The Nomad is just going to die. The Warbriar 2 movement. And it has Impale. So I think it's going to do a damage to the Cloudspire. And if it's deal 1 damage to an adjacent opposing unit, it was not adjacent to prior to its moving, yes. So it does 1 damage to the Cloudspire. Then the Cloudspire retaliates back, doing half of its hit points, half of the target. Half of the unit's existing health rounded down. So that was just from the Impale ability. Right? So then movement is done. Spires would fire. I have no spires firing. Exploration AI doesn't explore. Then we attack. Treed attacks for 2 on the Nomad. Nomad retaliates for 1. What does Ram do again? Oh, that's the one where it takes away attack chips off of spires. The Warbriar attacks for 1, but then gets retaliated. I don't think he actually should have been retaliated against before from the Impale. That's only on attack. So the one I took earlier from the Warbriar I think would come off now. I think I did that wrong earlier. I believe I did that wrong earlier, yeah. All right. I think it's back to me. Movement. Osh is not going to move. Nomad. One, two, three, four. I have made progress, right? Battleborn, 1, 2. Architect. Oh wait, Battleborn 3. Oh, I shouldn't have split them up. Or I mean, I shouldn't have grouped them. There's no dancing I could do, I don't think. 1, 2. Do I move Osh? After the minions move to move here? I think so. I think so. So that's movement. We're out of range of the spires. I don't know, is that a legal move with the Nomad? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But the Nomad is going to be sacrificed. So the Nomad against the Treed, it does 1 damage. And then the Treed retaliates against the Nomad. So she did a little bit of damage, and that'll help out because the Treed has now already retaliated. So the Battleborn will attack for 2. And Osh will attack for 2. When am I supposed to use the Builder ability? That's not the right thing. Before or after the unit's movement, you may choose one of the following. Build a dispatch platform on an adjacent source well. So I should have done that before I started attacking. So I'm going to go back and do that. But Osh destroyed a Treed, which is 2 source reward. 1, 2. And he's going to take an armor, I think. Because if he dies, I lose. Or should I take an attack? I'm good with the armor. back to the builder. We are going to build this dispatch platform right there. And architect goes back to the barracks. Now, it doesn't say it has to survive. So I've met an objective. I used an architect to construct the dispatch platform. Okay, I think my turn is over. Now, over to them. 1, 2. Okay. Spire's fire. No range. They don't explore and nothing to attack, right? I think they're done. Now back to me. Let's look at limited build options. What do we got? 3 source. I think we could add an upgrade to the Spire. Build options that are available to be used at the start of your turn during the onslaught phase. You can use a limited build option to either construct or upgrade a Spire. A maximum of 2 limited build options may be performed by each faction during a single onslaught phase. Place a peg. Both limited build options may be used on the same turn. So, I think it'll cost 3 source because it'd be the 3rd chip. Let's see, upgrade chips. The number, where does it say the cost? It doesn't say the cost. It can be done at the start of the build phase or during the onslaught phase. When upgrading, you can spend source to add as many upgrades to a Spire as you would like. Each range and attack upgrade cost source equal to the number of upgrades on the Spire, including the one being added. So if we get a 2nd upgrade, so this would be the 3rd upgrade, so it would cost all 3 source. Is it worth adding a range upgrade? Or do I add a whatever they're called, the armor one? Because I think those just always cost 2. Fortification upgrades cost 2 source, regardless of how many upgrades the Spire has. Let's do it. I mean, I'm just learning, right? So that's our limited build option at the start of our turn. During the onslaught phase. Now movement. I will elect to move my hero first. Then my dude. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's good. The damage this guy did got this Warbriar down to only 2 health, and my upgraded Battleborn has an attack of 2. But first, Spire's fire, and we are within range of this Spire. Does 1. Should this spire have been firing at this landmark this entire time? If that's the case, I would have put it over here. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to move it because it hasn't impacted anything yet. Let me know in the comments down below. Should that guy have been shooting at that landmark that whole time? Okay, that was Spire's Fire. No exploration. That's the only thing left to explore. Now attacking. Osh has an attack of 2. And we're next to this shrubbery, and it's a 4 source reward. So from 1 to 5. He's already full. He's promoted and he's got his 1 upgrade, so he can't get anything else. Now attacks. Battleborn. I guess the Battleborn could have gone here, right? And attack this thing. We'll let Osh do it though. So 2 attack against the Warbriar. Is a 1 source reward. No, that shrubbery was only a 1 source reward. It costs 4. I need to go down to 2. But now 3 because of the 1 source reward from the Warbriar. Now we've got a dumb taproot. Oh man, who unfortunately is going to summon. Cannot get Osh there. So we'll have another unit to deal with here. So that is my attacking. Everyone has attacked. Yes. Their turn. Move. No. My Spire's Fire. No. Exploration for him. No. Attack. Yes. So 1 attack against the Battleborn. Retaliate for 2. So now the taproot is at 1 health and he has the summon ability. So I believe he's going to summon a Vine Herald. And I think that they always summon promoted. Four health. He flips to promoted side. And he has an ability that says capture. What does that do when the AI controls it? After this unit defeats an opposing faction minion, place that minion beside the faction's fortress. When the minion's controlling faction damages the faction's fortress gate, return the minion to its barracks. This faction can have a maximum of 3 minions captured from each faction at a time. So it's basically not letting me have that chip available until I damage the gate. All right. Back to my turn. That was his attack. Limited build option. I've got 3. There is an open source well right here. I cannot afford the dispatch platform. And the drilling outpost is just for mining. At the end of the wave, you may return the spire to your barracks to gain 6 source. So you exchange 3 for 6. Actually, you know what? I do not want to build this right now because I want to be able to move through this with Osh to get to this one. Yes. So no limited build option. Can't move. Osh will come through to there. Spire's fire. So this spire on the Battleborn. Come on, get a blank. Nope. Okay. That was Spire's firing. Now exploration, no. Attack, okay. Attack for 2. Retaliates for 1. Okay. Attack for 2. And done. Their turn. Can't move. My spire is out of range. On exploration, okay, he attacks. 1, and we retaliate for 2. Which gets rid of the Vine Herald. Taproot comes back with 1. We get 1 source for the Vine Herald. So we're at 4. Yes. Yeah, I think that's it. Now my turn. Battleborn can't move. Osh is not going to move. Spires would fire. For 1, Battleborn is gone. Attack. My guy is gone, but Osh can attack here and take out the shrubbery for a 1 source reward to 5. All right. So now they still have a minion on the board. So yeah, Osh is not in campfire mode or anything. We've got 2 source wells that we have influence over because we have a spire on this spot. And 5 source. But our turn is over. We did the attack. We go to them. 1 movement. And out of range. Nothing to attack. To my turn. I think I'm going to have Osh go. I'm going to have Osh go this way. Oh, what does Hunter and Survival do? When attacking a landmark, deal +1 damage. the end of your turn, if this unit does not move or attack, it can recover 1 health. Oh. Yeah, I think we'll take advantage of that. No spires in range of my guys. Nothing to attack. My turn is over. His turn. Taproot moves 1. My spire, nothing to fire at. No exploration. Nothing for it to attack. Okay, back to me. Now I want to look at this limited build option stuff again. Constructing a spire. Spires. I'm pretty sure I can just purchase it. And construct it now. Yeah, I think that's how this works. So I've got 5 source. I'm going to spend 4 on another dispatch platform with range and attack. If I put it here, I think this will be okay. Yeah, I'm going to build it here. That's my second limited build option for this wave. Now we go to movement. Osh is going to go 1, 2. Enemy spires fire, not within range. Exploration, no. Attack. Osh will use his to attack, plus his hunter does even more damage to kill this landmark thorax loner for 4 source reward, so that's up to 5. Okay. That's all my attacking. Now we go to Grove Tender turn. Move 1. Spires fire. For 1, it's gone. And that would be the end of wave 2. Okay, so we take these off the end of the wave. We have to clear out this market, get 3 new ones. Elite Duelist. And we got 2 more heroes who look sweet, but we can't use heroes. So Elite Duelist, this guy has Assault. This chip looks a little weird. When this unit attacks a spire, remove the bottom upgrade before dealing damage. We're not really going after spires anymore. We've defeated the 2 spires we needed to for the other objective, and now we just need to finish with 5 or more health. So now we start the wave. Roll the event die. 3. The Bronin lose 2 source. Okay, so down to 3. Income phase is 3, so we get up to 6. Market phase, the Grove Tenders purchase an Earthscape. I'm not buying any of that stuff from the market. Build phase, nothing for the Grove Tenders. Okay, building for me, I have 6 source. Is there something I want as a fortress upgrade? What does a promoted dispatch get me? Splash. And 2 attack. How many CPs am I going to get? 12. These guys cost 3. I could get 2 dispatches and 2 battleborns, or I could get an Aegis or a Source Siege. Forsaken is 7. Has Assault. We're not really going after Spires. Don't think we need another Architect. I might just go for Battleborns and Dispatches. So, I think I will buy this to upgrade my Dispatches. Or Aegis? I've got 6. Aegis is kind of slow, especially when he's promoted. He's even slower. What is armored? It costs 4. I can get 2 Aegises and 2 Battleborns. I like the range idea on the dispatch though. The Aegis reduce the damage they take by 1. When they're attacked. I think if they get retaliated against, I'm pretty sure they still take the damage. If I can get, I have 12 CP, so that would be 6. I can get 3 Battleborn and 2 Dispatch. Or an Aegis and a Battleborn. Let's upgrade our Dispatches. So that's 4 source. So that takes me down to 2. And we're getting the 2nd Honor Pit upgrade. Yeah. Now prep phase. There's a lot on the Grove Tender side. A promoted Treed with a promoted Vine Herald. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the top of the stack. A normal Ogre Growth on top of an unpromoted Taproot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 2 Warbriars on the bottom, promoted. Each by themselves. 2, 3, 4. Okay, Warbriar, Warbriar, and then a Taproot. And neither of these are promoted either. Wow, this just got crazy. It's about to fall over. And I've got 12. I think I'm going to get 2 dispatches, 2 Battleborns. Nope. How did I do this math completely wrong? I could get 2 dispatches, 1 Aegis, and 1 Battleborn. Or 3 Battleborns. My dispatches should be promoted. I think I'm going to go for a lot of units. I'm going to try having them grouped, but not the dispatches. Since they have range, I want them to be able to attack. Well, behind the Battleborns, I guess? I don't know. Oh man, I had Osh is in the worst. Oh, Osh will go first. Yeah, that's fine. He can go first. Maybe I should have upgraded my spires. Siege Tower has a little bit more range and something called raise. Oh, it can attack a spire or fortress gate. All right. I think we're good. Grove Tenders go first. So movement. Oh, nope. This guy goes this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a major bummer. He's just going to take the attack chip off of my dispatch platform. 1, 2. 1, and then they can't move. Oh, that's not true. That's not progress, though. So I don't think it matters. I think I get to choose, right? Oh, this guy's going to be amazing. Yeah, he's going to do some amazing damage. Ooh, what is rooted? I should look that up. Rooted. If this unit is adjacent to a spire and can make an attack that deals damage without moving, it does not move this turn. It must move on the next turn in which it can make progress. How are you supposed to keep track of that? Like, I feel like it could get lost in the shuffle. Okay, Spire's Fire, I believe. Dang. One more range on this guy. Be pretty sweet. I'm one source away from that, though. Okay, so this one here. One. With this Treed coming, that stupid defense doesn't really help. Is that all the Spires fired? Out of range, yes. They don't explore. Now they attack. Oh, it's because he's a ram. Wow, this really sucks. So with ram, I believe he takes that off. When this unit attacks a spire with an attack upgrade, instead of dealing damage, it removes the topmost attack upgrade from the spire. Oh, so now it no longer has an attack upgrade, so next turn it'll just take the next thing that it can hit. Okay. That one has attacked. Now, do the attacks over here. I want this Grizzled Oak to attack this Cloud Spider. It'll do 2. It'll be retaliated against and take half of its health. 3 out of the 6. This is pretty scary looking. Pretty scary looking. Now this guy can attack this thing, and it is now gone. Ooh, I have influence over this. I think that's all their attacks. Now it goes to my turn. I've only got 2 source. No limited build options from that. Movement. Osh has to get out of the way. These are supposed to be promoted. Back here. There. Battleborn 3. You know what? He's safe over here. We'll stay there. Dispatch 1, 2. Dispatch 1, 2. No attacking. think that's it. I believe that is it. I can explore this. That would be a 3-source. Actually, you know what? Osh was right here. It's a learning game. He's going to go back there. We are going to explore this. It's got 4 health. Dispatch will attack range 2 for 2 damage because he's promoted. And then Osh will attack for 2. 3 quick source. So we can build a spire next turn. Or upgrade maybe this one. Okay, we'll go over to them. Movement. It's going to go here, actually, I think. Maximum progress, and he can walk on forests. Which is fine with me. He's going to get attacked by this spire. 1, 2, 1. Slow march. The grizzled oak is blocking everybody else. Okay, I believe that is all the movement. Spire's Fire. So 1. Then attacking. He cannot defeat either of them, so I will have him attack this Battleborn stack for 2. And be retaliated against for 2. And no attacking over here. My turn. Start of the turn. Limited build options. I think I put one here for 4 source. Takes me down to 1. Gets these 2 paths. This guy has these 4 paths. I really need some more source to add another range, I think, to this guy. Okay, so now Splash says you may damage adjacent units. I'm choosing not to damage these adjacent units, obviously, because they're my units, right? So that was my limited build option. Now movement. Battleborn. The Battleborn are going to get out here. Dispatch. Dispatch. This is actually bad There's a Vine Herald down here. That's not so bad. No, Osh is going to come right here. Okay. Survival protects him. No, that's only if he doesn't move. He'd get health back. Okay, I think we're okay still. Spire's Fire. This guy has a range of 2. Oops. So we're good. This guy's not going to be damaging us. There's nothing to explore. Okay, now we attack. Osh is going to attack the Treed. For its last hit point, and that's 2 source. So that takes us to 3. Now the Vine Herald has 4. I'm going to have this back dispatch attack him for 2. He takes 1 in retaliation. I'm going to do that differently. I'm going to have the dispatch take out the Treed. The dispatch will take out the Treed. Osh will attack the Vine Herald. And be retaliated against. Now, does his upgrade go away first? Hero upgrades. Upgrade chips added to a unit. They're added. The order doesn't matter. Fortification upgrades. It only takes 1 damage to remove a fortification upgrade from a unit. And additional damage dealt is applied to the unit's health. Yes. So that goes away first, it looks like. Which is fine. And then the other dispatch will attack for the other 2. And we get 1 source for the Vine Herald. Sitting at 4. I'm pretty sure I did that correctly. Trying to save some hit points on my dispatch characters. No other attacks. Okay. Grove Tender turn. Movement. This guy, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1. Spire's Fire. Both of these guys get a shot here. Just gonna roll them both at the same time. A 1 and a blank. Could have really used a 2 and a 2. Okay. Nothing to explore. Attack. He's got 2. So that's the first Battleborn down. On to the second one. Okay, my turn. Limited build option. I've got 4 source. I'm going to spend 3, so go down to 1. Now this is critical. Here. Or do I do range? Because with range, no. We'll do another attack. And that's my last build option. Okay, so this is it. Spire's fire. We are out of range of their spire. Okay. Attack. 2. Or it's my turn. 2 here. And he retaliates for wait, what am I doing? I didn't move. Hold up. Move. Osh is not going to move, so just going to do the health for his survival now. He's not going to move or attack. Just pump him up. Okay, so let's attack with this dispatch first. There's a range of 2. 2 damage on this guy. He doesn't have range, so he doesn't retaliate. Now the Battleborn will attack for 2. So this is much better. Actually takes him out. And we've got a Taproot. Okay. And now that's it for me. Their turn. Movement. He's stuck there. 1. Slowly but surely. Spire's fire. Okay, now this actually matters. To do them one at a time. So this guy's going to fire first. So I do not want this guy to end up with 1 hit point. And it's a blank. Great. Now this spire here. Ah, just my luck. Okay, flip him over. What does he summon? Treed. A Ramtough Treed. That's not good. Now the attack does 2 and 2. My turn. I have no limited build options left. Movement. I'm just going to get Osh closer. Just in case. Of what I don't know. That's a dumb spot. Let's get over here where I have some flexibility, maybe. Yeah, whatever. I'll go here. Okay, so Spire's fire, we're out of range still. None of these guys can move. Now we get to attack. Dispatch has a range of 2. 1, 2. Tree does not have range. Battleborn attacks for 2. Oh, I killed something and didn't get source. Whatever, I don't have limited build options left anyway. Tree is 2 source, takes me to 3. And that leaves the taproot. I believe that's all my attacking. Yes. Okay, their turn. Can't move. 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 Spire's fire. This one will fire here. Oh, look at that. 2 and 2 for 4. Takes out the grizzled oak. Brings out a taproot. That's 3 source for 6. Whoops. Having that Cloudspire thing, whatever it was called. Yeah, Cloudspire, that helped. But I also had Splash. And Splash, when the Spire attacks, it may also deal 1 damage to all units adjacent to its target. We are doing that. So Splash is 1 and 1. So I guess you have to pick up front if you're going to do it or not. So if you had friendlies around, because it doesn't say all enemy units, it just says all units. Yeah. Okay. So that was Spire's firing. Now they attack. This taproot does have a range of 2. It can defeat this Battleborn with its attack of 1. And the Battleborn does not have the range to attack back. Okay. That's their turn. Now it goes to my turn. No limited build options. Movement. Battleborn can go here. Dispatch. Dispatch. Spire's fire. Still out of range. And attack. Man. Keep putting this taproot right at 1 every single time. Oh, I should move Osh probably. Battleborn has to attack this taproot. Summons another Treed. So now we're going to do this. Dispatch with the range of 2 attacks back here for 2 damage and splashes 1 here and splashes 1 here. This dispatch with the range of 2 does 2 damage here, splashes 1 here, splashes 1 there. Warbriar for 1 source takes me to 7. Okay, that's my turn. Their turn. Moves up to there. My spires get to fire. We're not going to use splash. This guy will fire here with 2 dice. We got 1 and a blank. Okay, now they attack. I get to choose. He will attack the Battleborn for 2, then be retaliated against for 2, which gets rid of the Treed, brings the Taproot out. Who I don't think gets to attack. I think he's just done. Okay, now it's my turn and we win, basically. No movement, no spires firing, dispatch for 2 and splash for 1. Pretty sure that's it. All right, I think I caught all the things that I missed, but I'm sure there's more stuff that I missed. So if you know this game and you saw some things that I did incorrect, please let me know down in the comments below. It really helps to learn the game. I can really see how this game is going to be extremely thinky because this was just a tutorial scenario and there was a lot of stuff to think about. You really got to know the units and all the possible upgrade things to get. So there's lots of study on this game. So okay, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of learning the vines, and I hope you enjoyed everything else I've got up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.